Good afternoon again to all with a new fresh topic: data import, export, data splitting with error handlings. So this is a topic which is normally required by chartered accountants, consultants. They want to import or export data from one data to another data, one company to another company. Also, they want to split data. So this is the session about how to handle this type of requirement and how we can manage errors if errors occurred. Okay, so without wasting time, we are directly moving on topic. So you can see here a data, a blank data and a complete data. Both data is required. So just I'm selecting here another company, F3, and select company. So it is, we can take as company 1. Now the first topic we're conducting about importing data. First, why need of data importing? Just consider one scenario: an article or a person who is facing audit on behalf of chartered accountant and on behalf of client. Both are doing a same job, that they are copying data from client's machine to their own machine, own PC. Now, scenario is, suppose this is the company and that company have data on 31st March 22 as a last voucher. You can see here. If I'm taking the data, copy paste to my PC, what happens? Client is going to enter each and every next vouchers, means 1st April 22 to nowadays. So these vouchers will be entered in that current data, which is actually copied by that particular article or stuff. Now the situation is, suppose that profit and loss account on a particular day, suppose 31st March 22 is suppose this is a loss 1,71,000 and data is copied to CS office, and they are doing some entries, depreciation, interest on capital, they are doing some corrections, roundup entries, and finally they got correct data. But till that date, suppose audit is completed in 31st July and data is copied in June, what happens? After June, all transactions are still entered in that data, which should not be there. Client has to replace that data, and problem is 1st April 22 to 31st March or 31st July 22, all data will be entered in this data again. So you have to merge both data, or you have to split first company. So we are taking one by one scenario. First topic is how to handle import export data. Okay, so it is very simple. Actually, it is very simple because of TallyPrime is there, or you can say Tally have a power of simplicity. That simplicity is not even I am seeing in the other softwares. Okay, you can see company 1 is there, and literally in that company you can see normal groups of accounts are there. Then by default 2 ledgers, we can see cash and profit and loss account. There are only 2 ledgers which are by default created by Tally. Else these are only groups. Okay, 28 groups. So if you want to import data of this company, see, I want to import trial balance on 31st March 22 with respective closing balances of ledgers, stock items, and all these things, which is just assume it is corrected by auditor. The auditor finished his audit and give this data to me. I want to export and I want to import trial balance in new company. Okay, so how to export? First, select the proper company. In export, there are 2 options: masters and transactions. First, export master. Configure. Why configure? By default, there is option to export type of master ledger, and I want to export all masters. There are two ways. There are two ways. One is first export masters, then export transactions if you required. Else, you can export transactions with depending masters. For example, I want to export 1st April to 30 June transactions to another company. It is not required to first import masters, then import transactions. Okay, so I can show you both way. First is simple way, that is export masters configure. I have to select here proper master, which is only required. Many times customers wants only stock item to carry forward to next company. Customer wants only financial data to carry forward. So here I can select anything. So for time being, I am selecting all masters. You can select here all masters. Then you have to select here include dependent masters, because suppose a master, for example, stock group is again under another stock group. Same way, categories, cost centers, groups, everything are depending on another masters. So just consider, just enable here yes for include dependent master. Then if you want closing balances to export with masters, then you have to set here yes. Otherwise set here no. So temporarily I am not considering closing balances. Okay, so here format is XML always, location D drive and master name. You can change your master name. So you can say here em.xml, no problem. Okay, and escape, send. You have to press here send. What happens as data is exported in D drive, folder is opened with a file name em. It is without opening balance. If you want to export with opening balance, that is very simple. Again, you are not wasting more time here. All masters, dependent masters, opening balance yes, and you can set here closing balance, which dates closing balance you want as an opening balance for next financial year. That is by default 31st March. Select XML, local drive. I can select here yum with closing balance. .xml is not required, but you can put here. Next, send. So here you can see the file is ready. Now you can see without opening balance and with opening balance is required by various clients. That see without opening balance it is 6655 KB and it is 6707 KB. Something data is there. Okay. Now select proper company where you want to import the data. Okay. Now here menu is import, and first don't directly import transactions. First go inside of configuration. Here you can press show more. So from where to consider that XML files, then ignore error during import. That should be always yes. Please keep this option yes. Override vouchers when vouchers with same GUID exist. That is very important. What happens? Branch and head office is connected. Many times accountants doing mistakes, they are copy pasting data vouchers to vouchers directly. So suppose they want backup of branch, they are not going to sync. they directly copy their branch data and put to your office for audit. So in that case, what happens if vouchers are copy pasted with same GUID and again it is imported? So Tally is asking, so what to do if same voucher, same ID is received? So you can press here yes or no, whatever your requirement. Import batch size is always 100. Suppose data is having 10,000, 15,000 or 1 lakh transactions or 1 lakh masters. So it will be going to consume your RAM. So better way, that is 100 is correct. That is by default given by Tally. And you can also change that your PC is correct 8 GB or 16 GB RAM. Then you can put here 500 whatever. Okay. Enable detailed log, that is tally.imp file. So please ensure here that should be yes. That is not required for data importing. It is required for just analyzing, cross-checking which master is imported, which master is failed to import. So please maintain here yes. That is enough. Then moving on, import masters, and just you have to select your path. So I can give your path as D drive, and from D drive either I can copy paste here as a specific path, or in Prime you know how to select a path. Okay, so on D drive, so path is changed. On D drive, my file is I think yum with closing balance here. Yum with closing balance XML. Enter. Now, when you are importing data as a master, Tally will ask you three options. One is combined opening balance. What is combined opening balance? Suppose I have branch with ledger cash in hand, or we can say with bank State Bank of India. Another, I have another branch with same bank name. If you select this option, what happens? Both masters closing balance will be merged. Suppose first company have 100 rupees balance, second company have 200 rupees balance. Combined opening balance will do 100 plus 200, it is 300. So that is very beautiful feature by Tally. Then ignore duplicate. Suppose master is already there, then it should not be again imported. And modify with new data. What happens if your master is available and you are again importing it? Then Tally will consider that old has to altered. That is called as modified. Okay. So here I can say ignore duplicate because of data is already fresh. Enter. So data is imported. Now, how to check both companies at a time? So you can press here DSS, display statement of account statistic. Okay. And you can also select here new column. See, right side new column. Select another company, and yes, now directly you can compare your, so transactions we are not going to import. We have imported masters. You can see here 119 masters imported for ledger group. Then ledger. See, cost center is not imported. So anybody is there who is actually data importing and he can answer, then please chat in your chat box. So why cost centers are not imported? So we'll back to that point if you are chatting there. So just I'm giving 2 or 3 minutes. Then other masters are also imported. That is the simple master importing. Now, let's assume chartered accountants wants to remove these opening balances. Masters are there, but I want to remove all opening balances at a time. So there is an option. So you can move on chart of account, ledger. Okay, this scenario is required when you are taking a wrong data in your database and you want to replace final trial balance to that wrong data opening balances. For example, I have a database 31st March 21. That is final with my office. And I want to export this as a opening balance for 1st April 21. So I have to first remove my all opening balances. Then I have to replace my trial balance in the database, tally company, and then my 22 audit will be finished. Okay. So here in multi masters, multi alter, you can select all item, or you can select ledger, or you can select anything, any group. So tally will show you ledger name, group name, opening balances. See, the opening balances are imported. If you want to zero these opening balances, just right side check button is there. In TallyPrime it was Alter Z, and now here you can Tally ERP9 was Alter Z, and here you can press click Alter B. See, opening balances are completely removed within a click. Now just press Control A. That is finished. I've seen many times CS or CS staffs are manually doing this task. So instead of that, there is a better way to remove all trial balance, opening balances, and fresh import closing balance to import opening balance. That is very nice. Okay, if I think to become in deep in that case, I can share here one trick also. Even it is a problem of client altering a transaction or a ledger. Suppose Rajendra Mithari is the name when data is given to chartered accountant. And what happens? He wants to remove Rajendra Mithari and he wants to say Rajendra Mithari and company. So Tally will consider Rajendra Mithari as a new ledger, and two ledgers will be in your database. So always keep in mind, remove opening balances if you are have the data and replace it. Next. Now how to see which transactions or which masters if I'm importing and there are some errors. So just press right click on Tally icon, go in properties, okay, open file location, and here, so I'm arranging my folders directly by date modified. So one file is there that is called as IMP file. IMP long form is import. So you can say when data import export is happened in Tally, Tally is going to write a file that is log file. So you can open here in notebook and you can see what happens. See, currency is ignored. See here, because I am telling ignore duplicate. See, okay. So direct expenses group already there. So it is ignored. So Tally is just telling me what is ignored, what is altered, what is created. See here, created. It is very nice log by Tally. Okay, and that log was not there in ERP, just errors are there. And now you can see all log in detail. I think till here, no questions. Okay, we will take questions
That is
answer
for the
after.
chat
Yeah,
box.
yeah. Okay. Questions, put questions. Okay, question answer we will take later. Okay, because there is only one question. So please put, can I import only accounting entries? Yes, why not? I can take in this also. Wait. Just go inside your company. See here, transactions. Till now, we are not importing any transactions. We are imported only masters. Okay, so go to the transaction data. Now my company is closing on 31st March 22, and the next company I have created here, that is from 1st April 22. So first I'm sharing here one mistake which is commonly done by accountants. What accountants are doing, and that is facing by repeatedly specific companies, these accountants, and also I'm just solving these types of problems many times. Accountants doing here 1st April 21. See what happens. Tally is having something there, data is there, and you are telling Tally that your period is going to change. So that is very risky. So don't update here any date. Once it is started, suppose I want to split that data. I seen many users going here and alter, and suppose I want to split this company. So they are doing here 1st April 23, 22. That is very wrong. That is wrong practice. Okay. So moving on to how to import transactions. So suppose I want to import transactions, then I have to create here something on 1st April 22. Just wait. I'm creating one transaction here on the date. Uh, let's take 5th April 22 cash, and anything I'm just putting here as a sample 500 and accept. Okay. Yeah, automatic numbering. So this is also important point, that is by default Tally is showing here. My numbering is manual automatic override, and one number voucher is already there. Data is not splitted. I'm using same data for 3 years. What happens? These queries also asked by users many times. So once you have data with multiple years, financial years, please keep numbering for each year by suffix or prefix, like A1, or you can say 22, 23 oblique 1, like that. So that is suggested to all users. And how to maintain this? So that is actually not our current scenario, but just I'm putting here in short. You have to see here automatic manual override is there, and if you want to configure advance, just go inside and put here from 1st April 22 I want 1, but on 1st April 22 I want something there, like this. So Tally will automatically create numbering methods, and again it is not showing any error. See, so please note these types of issues when occur. Okay, so I want to export transaction. You can export from daybook, that is the first way, or you can move to statistic report and you can select your desired transaction and you can export that also, no problem. Okay, so I am moving from daybook. You can give your period from 1st April 20 to 31st March 23. Select export. Okay, there are many questions also asked by some students. They want to export selected vouchers only. That is not possible now in Tally. Okay, it will consider in next any versions. So I want to export, then current. Okay, that is the current report exporting, and you can also do export and transactions. Then here select configuration, and here is your answer. So home service is asked, you want to export only accounting entries. Okay, see here accounting entries, then include dependent master. See, I have to yes, select areas 22 to 21st April 22 to 30 April 22, no problem. XML, and on D drive it is transaction.xml, no problem. Export. So there is a file transaction.xml already available, so it is replaced. I can select my new company, import transactions. Again, please check every time, you have to check that ignore error during data import is yes or not. Please check this always. Okay, so in D drive, just wait, it is taking some time. Okay, and I think One another question is there. Import transaction D drive transaction.xml. Finish. See here, company one is now having 5th April 22. Okay. I want to share one trick also here. Suppose I want to just copy one transaction to another company. I am in company. This is my old company. Okay. I am in ledger. That 3 dot is ledger. Okay. And 1st April. Suppose I am just duplicating here for saving our time. On 6th April 3500. Okay. Now the data having two transactions. One is imported in my new company and it is not imported. Okay. So I can just open here, and if I have guarantee that master is there available, already available, I want to just copy a single entry to my fresh new data. So right side is the button available, F3. Now I'm in company. See, Sat Satvik Food Private Limited. I'm just changing the company when the voucher is opened, changing the company to company one. Just press Ctrl E. Now you can see here in company, you can see 6th April is a transaction. That is again most interesting feature by Tally. You can move a company or a master also from one company to another company directly by pressing F3. Okay. So Tally IMP file is important. This is the main portion of data importing, exporting. In import, you have to select here ignore duplicate, ignore error while data importing. That is always yes. And please keep detailed log yes. Okay, detailed log should be yes. So that will be helpful for you. So moving to the next, which is okay, data import exporting related errors and many things are given by Tally on Tally help site help.tallysolution.com. One thing always asked by manufacturers, that purchase order, sales order, pending orders, and cost center or closing balances, importing or not to the next year, carry forwarding or not. So as per system given by Tally, the entry or the ledger affecting transaction affecting only to the finance by any way, payment, receipt, sale, purchase, these types of transactions closing balances, that ledger's closing balances will move to next year, carry forward. But sale order, purchase order is not considered as a transaction. These are events, so it is not uh, required to carry forward, and you can directly put a fresh order in next year. Okay, so just I am taking some few queries which is not asked here, but I want to just share on some focus on these types of queries. So one query asked always, suppose in a item master or ledger master something mistake is done, and data is imported to the next year. So we want to import data to next year with some corrections. For example, last 1 month, chartered accountants asking me that wrongly currency is selected as a dollar for Indian companies. What to do? And transactions are done. We don't know that old previous data. We want to repair it, but it is not possible. There are many fields you cannot alter once data is entered. Like suppose one item is there, one ledger is there, and the entry is passed to this item, then you cannot select kg units or these types of fields. So there is a trick also you can use. In the TallyPrime Tally folder, just open that XML file the XML file. Suppose we have in D drive transaction.xml. Okay, open this file in Notepad, and you can copy paste and find replace anything if you want. So suppose batch wise is previously enabled. Yes, I want to remove all batch wise to no. That is difficult to do directly from Tally. Once batch wise is opened, you have to remove all batches, remove all transactions, then only you can do it is no. So you can select here complete tag, you can select, go inside, edit, check here, replace, give your required data and replace with what, yes or no. So I can select here yes and just replace all. That your XML is ready. So nothing to do here, just use your logics. You can edit XML also, but with your some experience, take support from Tally partners, take data backup and do all R&Ds on your database, your demo database. Next one, data splitting. Again, there is a simple tool given by Tally. If you want to split a data, that is very simple actually. Suppose I am selecting here that old company and go inside data tab, split tab. Okay, split tab is always available for admin only. If you don't have any rights as an administrator or you have right of a user, it is not available to split data or verify data. So first always verify your data, select. So Tally is going to verify the data. Is it eligible for exporting, splitting? See here what happens. Incorrect bank allocations in vouchers ledgers. In vouchers or ledgers, there are incorrect bank allocations. Now, what is incorrect bank allocation and how many types are there? These types of error. One is linking, that you can say linking is not properly done. One is sales register is not enabled as inventory values affected, yes or no. Okay, so please just verify your data and then only split data. Now just select here 3 errors. Tally showing me 3 errors. Select 3 transactions are there. Okay, why error is coming actually? I can show that also. In a transaction, if you see here, cash to that party receipt is there, and in allocation here, see, first the transaction may be selected for a bank, and then it is edited by user as a cash and just press Ctrl A. And what happens? Inside the voucher, Tally is asking check number, instrument number, date. These fields are not available now because ledger is selected as cash. So what happens? What to do when exporting data, splitting data? So Tally is telling me that data have some problems. So nothing to do here. Just select transaction and right side is the option correct ledger. See. So cash in hand is here. Maybe yes, that one question again maybe occur there. What happens? Always we are doing cost center applicable, yes or no, yes or no. Always interest is applicable, yes or no. Always users are doing inventory value affected, yes or no. Please don't do these types of mistakes that will be impacting your data. Okay, so this is the most popular query which is occurred when data is going to split. This data is demo data. I am created here some errors so that you can see what happens. Next one I am showing here, where to see if the data is splitted and errors are occurred. Again, go inside of tally folder. Okay, and check here tally.spl. SPL is a splitting data. Okay, here tally.tsf, then tally.imp. So there is also option tally.spl. If you are splitting your data, that option will be available. Okay, so because of some time spam, I have to mention some errors and key points only, and that is routine part of now. Just taking some questions are there, I think. Yes, it will be available in your, yeah, YouTube channel. Yeah, thank you. Video. Yeah, okay, thanks. Okay, so anyone is unmuted? You can ask also, no problem. So tally.spl is the file you can see for splitting errors. So suppose you want to see directly here, I can select fresh company, data, split and split data. This is the company I want to split from 1st September. Okay, no problem. Data is splitted. That first company will be there and two new companies will be created. See here, company 1 with 1st April 22 and with from 1st September 22. Okay, so if errors are there, suppose by any way maybe possible that errors are there, so you can check in your tally folder, the tally spl file should be there. Okay, if errors are occurred, if error is not there, then file will be not available. By default there is a point also to note. Suppose you have 10 errors, tally is not going to show 10 out of 10 errors in the same stroke, same time. Tally will show first error, you have to resolve it. Second error, you have to resolve it. So better way, verify data, correct it, split it. So this done from my side for data splitting. And don't do that bank account group is changed, then mistake is done also here. Alter ledger, suppose sales account is there, so people are doing here inventory values are affected. No, see, once you have entered any data in tally and if you are setting here no, that will 100% coming under data splitting error. And don't do these types of mistakes. Now any query on splitting and data import export? Okay, no issue. I think something is chatting. Yeah. So XML editing also I am showing here. Better solution to just skip these steps: import, export, splitting, and errors, and just tally closing balance versus opening balance is correct or not. That is simple way. Don't copy customers' data to your PC. In ethics, we know what we are get trained by ICA, that data should not be copied from client PC to our PC. Okay, and at least you are copying the data, at least tell to the customer, so at least wait for 1 or 2 days, we are giving final data and then only you can pass your next entries, which is quietly impossible actually. So use what to use. You can use AWS, Amazon Web Services. You can use TS Plus like softwares are there. Those are sharing clients machine directly, or you can say data, tally license with data to directly to CA. Use these types of softwares. Even suppose nothing is there, directly use any desk, whatever the team you can use these types of softwares. And suppose you want to only see data, you don't want to alter, create, or you don't want to any split data. So simply go on Tally reports in browser, TRIB. So that is very nice solution. Just I have given 2 or 3 chartered accountants today morning, and they are happy with that. They say we are not interested to alter data. We want to just watch trial balance, just grouping. So you can download trial balance in Excel. You can download all reports. That is possible from TRIB. These are available in Tally website. Now there are third third topic is actually only I am inserted in the today's scenario. That is, some commands are there in Tally. There are 2 types of commands in Tally to make easiest audit, or you can say analytical work. One way is to run command from Tally calculator panel. Okay, and commands are bifurcated into 2 types. One is NQL, that is called as natural query language, and second is SQL, that is called as structured query language. So NQL session is already taken by Sanjay sir in last session. That is very nice and beautiful session. So again, I am not just investing our time on that. So NQL is a natural query language. So suppose, just for example, just I'm taking one example, control N. Okay, I want to see in my database, just I have to open my data where vouchers are there. Yeah, in control panel, I'm typing here bank receipts. What happens? See, in control panel, total bank receipts for that company for the specific period 22 to 6 September 22. That is my current period. So bank receipts are there. You can see multiple commands in notes. I am sharing here one note file. Just a minute. See here. I'm sharing that command page. You can directly use it. So natural query languages are available in Tally solution help file, and I'm putting in the chat box. This is for someone asking for, can we import data from Microsoft to Tally? So I can pick this in just after session is completed, and the FAQ session I am taking it. Don't worry. Okay, and next one is, this is also about natural query language. Okay, you can use it. Interesting features are there. And what is structural query language? Just I am taking that part because this is already taken by Sanjay. Let's do it. Yeah, so it is very interesting. Suppose I want to see what method of closing stock given to all stock items. Just 2 days ago, one chartered accountant asking for that. So nothing to do, just press select commands. So SELECT, select space $name, comma, and you can press here star. Star means all from stock item. See, structured query language is used as SQL. Everybody is know about SQL. There are commands select, alter, and delete. Out of that select, we can run from Tally. Select $name means I want $name means a name of item, comma, star means everything in that master, from कहाँ से चाहिए, from where, stock item is the object. I can also do like that, select $name, comma, star from ledger. Okay, and just press enter. See the magic of Tally. So the item name is there. Then everything which is in that database, everything. See here, group, closing balance, opening balance, costing method, closing stock method, unit, you can say alternative units if additional units are there. See here, some are having bags. Okay, everything, closing stock, batch wise, yes or no, MRP is available or not. See, so use these commands. So it is also available on my channel, also in Tally site. So that will be helpful for you. And again, queries, I think someone is chatting there. Just a minute. Please share SQL file. Not required. I can share here command. Select $name, comma, star from ledger. Finish. So you can use just ledger or group or stock item. Just replace it. Next, I'm taking one interesting part for you, because today part is actually import export, and pain area of a CA or accountant is there. What happens? Suppose take one again scenario. This is my profit and loss account. Okay. And what happens? Now I am putting some entries in data, deleting the data, and chartered accountant article are already done a job to finish that balance sheet or profit and loss account in their own formats. Suppose my article or staff is doing one structured balance sheet in their own format, like schedule 3, maybe schedule 6, or that new format is also considered by Companies Act for non-commercial companies. So what happens? My article is going to put all data as per trial balance to that format. And what happens? Suddenly, chartered accountants is getting that one entry I have to update. Depreciation is wrong. Database I have to clear, and I have to add some entries in database. Depreciation, you can say interest to capital. Now each entry may be impact either profit and loss account, balance sheet, or trial balance. Always we know. Again, that your staff has to alter his all schedules, notes, you can say trial balances, everything. So better way, the solution is Power Query. Just I am sharing here. So query is how to get detailed trial balance in including, yeah, sub ledgers. See, if you select that option directly, okay, that will automatically come. Don't worry. So if we have time at the end of session, I will create one command and also share on the chat box that will give your desired report directly. Don't worry. Just I am finishing my last topic. See what I am going to do. I am directly going to connect my Tally to the yes, Power Query. And what is Power Query? You all know. So just save time. Just a file is created. Okay. And I'm closing my data, and one data I'm going to open here so that it will be more live. How to create Power Query is very simple. There are 2 videos I will share here. Yeah. Select and now just check first result. Then I'm going to tell you how to create. Okay. Just take one demo item is there. Demo item, and demo item I want to alter. Okay. Demo item I want to alter in Tally. Alter stock item, demo item. So I am putting here demo item updated. Okay, and I'm pressing here, and even I can see here group also. See in Tally there is no any group for demo item. See here, it is primary. Okay, so I just selecting here mobile. Control A, updated. So tally is updated. Here nothing to do. Just you have to select here, right click and refresh. So check within a second, tally is updating. Demo item updated. Group is mobile. Now how to create these types of queries? Okay, actually that is a deep session, and you can also see I'm just telling here Excel Kida, our evangelist Mr. Dhananjay, I think Gokhale, Mr. Dhananjay Gokhale is doing on Power Query, Power BI, SQL connections. Okay, Excel Kida is his website. Please follow that also. Just I'm taking that topic here little bit. I'm creating a new file, Excel file, and here demo for Power Query. Open. Yeah, that is plain Excel sheet. Now, first you have to check Excel side that Power Query option should be there. If you don't have this option in your Excel, please go on Microsoft website, download Power Query extension add-ons, and you can add that add-ins in your Excel from here, options, and here add-ons are there, add-ins. So here you have to select your com add-ons, and then you can select that. Just select your Power Query add-ins, and your button will be available. Now go inside for from other sources. Okay, this is prerequisite from Excel, and what is prerequisite from Tally? Okay, that is also interesting. Very simple. You have to just enable your ODBC port. Your Tally must be run with ADBC server or both. Okay, and you can select that settings here, right side, client oblique server with ODBC. What is ODBC? Open database connectivity. And what is port? 9001. On 9001, whatever company is there with the name connected with Excel, that will be updated automatically to Excel. That's very simple. So just I'm selecting in Excel from other source. Go inside for ODBC. List is there. Select your Tally ODBC 64-bit underscore 9001 is my port, and just select OK. Hardly 2 minutes required, only 2 minutes to connect your Excel to Tally, and that is live. See, Tally showing my database name, double click on it. Tally showing my username A because my company have username A, and Tally showing all database of Tally, all database. So now if you want ledgers, let's select ledger. So here is the ledger. A ledger having group, opening balance, closing balance, transactions, created by, altered by, everything is there. Select ledger, and you can directly load. You can directly load, or you can directly press here edit. If you load it, what happens? Tally will take all columns which is not necessary for you. So you can select here, choose columns, and as you are asking that SQL query, also I can do it from Power Query also. Okay, here select, first unselect all, and one by one you can select a name. I want to select the name of ledger, click. Also I want to select parent of ledger, that is group. Then I want opening balance, then closing balance, see, okay, and press OK. So by this way, you can select and load. So now for a time being, to show all columns, I have not implemented my imported file. Just I am implementing what columns are coming in Excel. See, and you can take one example also. See, just one example we can take here. Okay, A1 Enterprises. So just check A1 Enterprises. Any balances or see 30 days credit is there. And it is now connected with your Tally directly. See, there are all columns I am taking here. Okay. But it is difficult if you are taking all columns and then sorting data. Better way, you can choose as per your requirement. Okay. And it is connected with Tally always. Tally syncing. So as per time schedule, I have to take slightly fast. But these topics I am going to share again in videos, especially video for Power Query. Okay, like someone is sharing on chat box that some videos are available on YouTube, my YouTube channel. Yes. Then Jagdish ji, okay. Can you please try increasing your computer or mobile audio?
So I think there's a question by Rajul Shah, how to get detailed dry balance including subledger.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Thank you. So, madam, we can just open up the session for queries because that is mostly important for all.
Yes, sir. So for the audience, if you want to ask your questions directly, you can raise your hands. I will unmute you. And the Q&A, sir, I think we've answered both the questions, right?
Can we import? Yes. Can we import mark data to Tally? That is the question. See, I am telling here to all participants, please understand, software is a thing that you can do anything, but it should be in a proper matter. It should be in proper format. There is no question about mark or busy or any SQL data or any local software or Excel to Tally. There is no any issue about data importing. Main part is if data is in Tally format, okay, mark have that facility, that their control panel that have facility to import masters and transactions to Tally directly. Just contact that partner and you can directly import data in Tally. No required any customization for Tally, that is ready-made by that software company. There are many software companies always given data interaction concept systems for Tally because they know chartered accountants always preferring Tally for statutory compliances, and counter may be having some another softwares, customers counter. So please directly you can ask that software company that I want tool for data import export. First. Second, suppose you have mark data directly in Excel, then you can also take developments from Tally shop or also from our partners in market and ask them to import Excel to Tally. Okay, but again keep these 2 points. First, master should be created perfectly. Okay, and just that question is related with the topic, so I'm just sharing here one trick. Suppose a data having 4,000 5,000 masters, but problem is that nowadays these masters are not useful. Assume a retail shop, he cannot sustain a customer. That customer is walk through customers, so they are not permanent customers. So why should the data is carried forward with 4,000 5,000 masters? So how to identify and delete that masters? So I am sharing here one trick also. Go inside of chart of accounts, ledger. So there are ledgers. Just keep it ledger view F5, and also for if you are on inventory. So this is a simple records listed by Tally, and here in the right side you can see change. Sorry, basis on value. Okay, and just a minute, not altered, unused. There is an option which is called as unused masters. Okay, and you can directly delete. See here, right side button is there, exceptional report. Select show unused. It means these masters are not having opening balance, no debits, no credits. So obviously no credit, no closing balance. Select all, control shift space, alter D. Completely data will be erased related with that irrelevant masters.
Rajendra sir,
Yeah.
somebody is saying to increase the screen size.
I think the size is actually max.
Zoom would, it's Tally. Okay.
Yeah, it is Tally screen, so we cannot directly zoom. Uh, but don't worry, anyone having these types of issue, maybe some are joining by some delay anyway. So don't worry, recording will be available. Also, some topics were covered in last sessions, and this is consolidated for all in one topic for import export data, because now time is to face audit, and these problems are every year required to share knowledge among CAs or CA staffs. So we are always there. Tally is always there. Okay, so anyone, you can ask your queries.
So there are a few in the chat box.
Yeah. How to add Power Query? Explain once again. Instead of explaining, if you chat me directly, better way I can select share you directly that video. Don't worry, because if I'm opening here WhatsApp, then it will take I think 2 minutes. So another query is available, then we can take it until the time WhatsApp will be open, and I can share directly in your chat box. Don't worry. So all these R&Ds we have done many times. So don't worry. Yes, yes. So it is possible to share. Yes. Yeah, that video is shared. Okay. And for a time being, for answering your question directly from my side, it is not very much difficult. Go in Microsoft website. In the website, you can select just select your Microsoft Office any version, and you can just put here downloads and Power Query. Even you can directly type in Google. So Power Query option is not available in Excel. So Tally will directly move your cursor. See. So anything, maybe your Power Query or maybe your Power BI. So you can directly see here. The whole procedure is given. So I can share this link also. Don't worry. So that link is also given. Okay. Anyone else? I think chat box is cleared now.
Yeah. To the audience, if you have any direct questions, you can raise your hand, please.
How to get detailed trial balance? Yeah. So I can share here report, that report also. Detailed trial balance. That is very simple. जहां तक कोई और अदर क्वेश्चन पूछे तब तक मैं दिखा देता हूँ यहाँ पे डॉलर नेम कॉमा डॉलर पेरेंट कॉमा डॉलर ओपनिंग बैलेंस कॉमा डॉलर बैलेंस फ्रॉम see the simple trial balance. Actually, if you learn or some make some identities on there, so you can sort by group also. Then there are many commands that query may be of 2 or 3 lines also. And just export this. I'm taking export that current report configuration with Excel file and selecting my location as D drive and today's date. Okay. Then about, no problem, about XLS and save and see what happens. That is finished. Now take this is your trial balance. But please understand difference between Power Query and Excel export. Power Query is always updated with Tally data live. Okay. And Excel you have to again export. Suppose there are 2000 entries in database and now 2050 entries are there. 50 entries are added. So you have to again export it to Excel. Again, you have to make formulations and these types of sorting, filtering. Okay. But in Power Query, it is not required. You have to just press here, right click and refresh. Yes. So it is refreshed. So make connection your Excel with Tally. That is the biggest success for you in July. How to input data of other software or app into TallyPrime. Okay. See other software data again I am answering here. Again, it is required to take in a special format, specified format in short. You know what is required for a voucher to save in Tally. Debit and credit should be tallied. Voucher number should be there. Voucher type should be there. Narration should be there. Debit ledger, credit ledger should be there. Finish. So simple data structure if you have in Excel, XML, any kind, JSON, PDF, Word, CSV, all kind of data we can import in Tally. You have to take just help for your partner or you can directly chat with us. No problem. But I think I heard about that Tally is going to also give some solutions to Excel data to Tally directly. Tally is going to share directly from Tally software. So maybe in coming releases, Tally will give here one option import Excel to Tally and template will be created and that data you have to just paste in your template and import in Tally. Okay, don't worry about that facility is also, I think it is in line. Yeah. Anyone next?
I think one person has raised his hand, Mark.
Yeah, please unmute.
Mark, you can ask your question.
Yeah, I have one query where one of our clients has changed his entire chart of accounts. Now we have revised that chart of accounts. Unfortunately, now he has entered the data from April 22 to July 22. So what we are now confused is whether they have to re-enter the data or is there any way out, to replace the existing chart of account with the new chart of accounts.
Okay, so that was a mistake what I am saying. Correct. So that mistake जो मैं बोल रहा था वही mistake शायद उसने किया रहेगा.
Yeah.
तो बहुत जगह पे issue है. People are not creating users and passwords and directly your data is in hands of that user that is not having any special knowledge of data. So that is the problem.
So how do we
yeah,
do this?
First thing, just tell me in short, your data is having some ledgers and masters, chart of accounts.
So data,
okay.
What they've entered is the old. Now we have been asked to reorganize their chart of accounts.
No, chart of accounts means you want to change the grouping system only, or entire
yeah,
entries?
many things have changed. Some prefix, suffix, all that we have removed it.
Oh, okay.
So there is a, of course, some of the nominal accounts remain same, but the groupings and all these things have changed.
Yeah. So there is a actually option in Tally to correct these types of errors. See, suppose you have some doubt that group for just take an example, 50 ledgers are under group sundry debtors and you want to change as sundry creditors. Okay, so you can directly alter from multi alters. A whole group you can alter, not required to one by one. See, chart of account ledger and right side select multi-master, multi-alter, and here select your debtors. For example, this is my debtors, AMC debtors. Okay, so I am selecting the AMC debtors. Okay, and just here change group. You can see here I'm taking some another group where masters are there, sundry debtors. Okay, and I want to change all sundry debtors to sundry creditors. So what to do? Just click here and here select sundry creditors. Finish and control A. Your whole ledgers, maybe 5,000, 10,000, 50,000 ledgers. Within a click, they can directly move to a group. That is the simple solution, but it is only for changing groups, stock groups, ledger groups, but not for you are saying that prefix and suffix are removed and these types of part. But if you have only chart of account related issue, you can do these types of tasks.
Okay, fine, fine.
Okay, and another solution is there. You can directly change the data export to Excel and tell that particular software developer or partner to get it back with after correction again in Tally. And when you are importing data in Tally, select modify with new data. So that is better solution. It will be directly modify all masters Excel to Tally.
This will be better, I think.
Yeah, that is always better because no only group issue is not there. Maybe possible that opening balances are changed, address, GST number is changed. So better modify that all details in Excel and again create a XML file and take it in Tally.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Nice question, but.
So thanks a lot, sir. That was a very simply, and I think you explained in a very simplistic way that everyone understood and has the right set of questions. So thank you so much. Always a pleasure to host you at RECA Connect. Looking forward to many more sessions from you. And to our audience, I think somebody even mentioned that they want to look for sessions in GST and taxation. Please do put in your topic and suggestions so that we can arrange for you to what you can benefit the most. Thank you so much. Signing out today. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, madam.